In this video, I will show you how to write a C++ class for an array from the scratch. So already C language program we have seen, we have developed various functions. I will develop few functions here in a C++ class so you get the idea how to write a C++ program for the same thing. Once you know how to write down the procedures, then either you can develop a C program or you can make it as a C++ program. Choice is yours. It's not difficult to develop a C++ program. It's as easy as writing a C language program. So let us see how to write a C++ program, how to write a class for array. I'll give the project name as array class and the language selected is C++. Create a project. Now the project is ready. Let us go to main function. Here is main.cpp. Yeah, here is a main function. I'll remove these panels on the left and right side. Now only a main function is here. Now let us write a class for array. I'll write a class array. A class in C++ should have data members and member functions. So what are the data members we require for an array? We need an array for storing the elements and size and length. So data members, I will make them as private. So first of all, array. For array, I will not make a fixed size array, but I will take it as a pointer so that I can dynamically create an array. The next is the size of an array that I want, and next is length, that is the number of elements that are present in an array. So if you look at these data members, these are the same data members of a structure in C program. Now we have written various functions in C program, so here also we will write them as member functions of an array class. And the member functions must be made as public, so I will make them as public. Now as this is a class, C++ class, it must have constructors and destructor. So first of all, I will write constructor and I will expand it here only. This is a non-parameterized constructor. And in this non-parameterized constructor, we should create an array of some default size and set the default size. So I will first set the size of an array as 10. And the default array I will create it of size 10. So let us make an array of size 10. Then length, there are no elements initially, then it is a 0. Then next I will write down a parameterized constructor so that I should be able to create an array of desired size. So I will take the parameter as sz. Then first I will set the size as sz. Then also I will set the length 0 because there are no elements so far. Then I will create an array dynamically of size size. Already size sz is set in the size, so whatever the size is passed, that size array will be created. This is about a constructor. Then we should also have a destructor. Destructor should release resources. So any resource we are acquiring here, yes, we are dynamically creating an array in heap. So this array should be released. So let us write a destructor. Destructor should have a same name as class name, just prefix with tilde symbol. So here I will delete a dynamically created array, that is A. As it is an array, I should use subscript symbol. Now I will write few functions here. The functions already we have seen, like insert, delete, display, search, so on. So I will write down only 3 functions: insert, delete and display. So first of all, let us write a function for display. This is a display function. Now, if you remember, in C language program, we were passing array as a parameter to this function, but we don't have to do it here because this function is a part of this array class. It can access these members directly. Yes. So this doesn't require any parameter at all. The next is insert function. As per the C language, we have seen that insert function was taking 3 parameters: array and the index and the element. So here I will just take index and element. Then delete function will take just index and it will delete the element from that index and return it. So that's all, 3 functions I have written. And you can continue writing all other functions like search, reverse, merge, finding maximum, finding minimum, setting an element, getting an element, all the functions that we have seen you can implement similarly. Now the functions prototype looks similar to C language functions except that they are not taking parameter as struct array, except everything will be same. So the procedures written inside these functions will also be same. So now I will implement these functions outside the class using scope resolution operator. So the first function that I am going to implement is display function. So this is a class name array, then this is a display, and this function is for display purpose. So I can directly declare a variable here in C++ for int I assign 0, I is less than length. So where is length? This length which is directly declared inside the class. So this length I can directly access. I is less than length, then I plus plus. Then I should use cout for displaying the elements, that is a of I, all the elements I should display, and I want spaces in between the elements, that's all. Then at the end, I should also have endl for the new line. Now here I am getting a error, that is cout is an undefined identifier. So here actually I should use namespaces using namespace std. Then I'm using a standard namespace, std namespace, so then I can use all the objects inside that namespace, so error is gone. Cout was giving error here, but now error is gone. This is a display function. Now let us write insert function. So for insert function, I should write class name and scope resolution, then insert is taking two parameters, that is index and the element that we want to insert. So the procedure we already know that we should check whether the index is valid or not. Index should be greater than or equal to 0 and index should be less than equal to length. It should not be beyond length. If it is from 0 to length, then it's a valid index, then we can insert an element at a given position. For inserting an element, I should start shifting the elements from the last element. I should start shifting the element from last element onward. So for that I will take I should start from length minus 1 because the last element it has index length minus 1. Then I should continue until I reaches index and always say I minus minus. Then at a of I plus 1 I should copy the element from a of I, means I should shift the element to a next place. This goes on in for loop. Then after shifting all the elements, at the index place, I should copy an element x. Then after that, I should also increase the length because a new element is inserted now. That's all with insert function. Now let us write a delete function. For that, I will write class name scope resolution, then delete. It takes index as parameter. Now inside this delete function, I should check whether the index given is valid or not. So index should be greater than or equal to 0 and index should be less than length. If it is valid, then we can delete it. So for deletion, I should have one variable x that is initialized to 0. In this variable, I'll take the value. So first step is take the value from array at a given index. Then after taking the value, I should shift all the elements. Then for loop, I start from index onwards and I should stop at length minus 1 I plus plus. And here at a of I should copy an element from a of I plus 1. And after doing this, I should also reduce length minus minus, and finally return the element that is deleted. That's all. These are the functions I have written. Now I will develop a main function. I will remove this. Now inside the main function, you can make it as a menu driven function also, but I will write it as a simple function. First of all, I will create an array object ARR of size 10. I'll take the same size 10. Then here I will insert few elements and then delete the element. So first of all, ARR dot insert index 0 and element 5. So first I am giving index, then I am giving element 5. Then ARR dot insert, I will give the index next index, that is value 6. Then ARR dot insert, I'll give an element at index 2, that is 9. Now let us display the element. So I should use object name, that is ARR, and call function display, ARR.display. Let us run the program till here and see. I should get the elements 5, 6 and 9. Yes, I got the elements that are 5, 6 and 9. The elements are displayed. They are properly inserted. Now after this, let us try to delete an element. So whatever the element is deleted, I will try to display that element ARR.delete, and I will delete an element from index 0. So 5 should be deleted. And then endl for the new line. Again I will display the elements. I should get remaining elements, that is 6 and 9. Let us try this. See, first 5, 6, 9 were the elements, then 5 was deleted, then the remaining elements are 6 and 9. That's all. This is working. I have tried a few functions, I have returned a few functions, and I have tried them. Now the very interesting thing, that this array what we have created is only of type integer. If I want a float type array, then I should write a separate class. No, instead of writing a separate class, it's possible to make a generic array in C++. So for creating generic arrays, we can create template. So template class T, instead of this integer type array, we can make it as T. Now I will show you how we can write a template class. So the class we have written, I will convert it into a template class. It's very easy. Once you have a complete class ready with you, you can easily convert it into a template. So let us do it. So on the top, I have written template class T before the class, and inside the class, wherever I want to make a generic data type, I should write T there. Now inside this constructor, an array is created of type integer, let us say T. And here inside the parameterized constructor, this also is T. Then these are display function. Now the element that I am going to insert, that should also be T. And the delete function will delete an element and return the value, so this should also be a T. Now the class ends here, so also a template ends here. The effect of this template has finished at the end of a class. Now when we are implementing functions outside the class using scope resolution, then for each function we should write down template class T, and we should use this template. See, first of all, the important thing is the class is template type, so I should write T here. Then inside this function, nothing is template. Then for this function also, I should write template class T. And first of all, I should make this class name as T. I should pass the parameter as T for this class name. And the X value, the element that we are taking, is of type T. That's it. Inside the function, there is nothing like template. Now here, for delete function also, I should write down template class T. For each function we must write down, and the class name we should pass T as a parameter, and also change the data members if they are supposed to be template type. Like delete function is going to return template type, and this X is also a template type. That's all, everything is ready. Inside the main function, when I am creating an object of type array here in this line, I should mention the data type now. Now I am going to use it, and it's going to be integer type array. That's all. See, it was so simple. I have converted a complete class into a template class. So if you don't know this and you want to practice this, then you can watch it again and do it by yourself simultaneously. I will run the program and show you. Yes, program works successfully, the same results we got. Now let us try to take different data type here. Instead of integer, let us take float. And the values, what I will write here is 5.2 and 6.4 and 9.1. Let us see whether it works or not. Yes, it is working. 5.2, 6.4, 9.1. And the element at index 0 was 5.2, that was deleted. Then the remaining elements are 6.4 and 9.1. Now you can take any data type and you can implement this array. So I will change this data type to a character, then I will take few characters. See, first character is A, and second character is C, and the third character is D. Now A, C, D are inserted, then A will be deleted. Yes, it's working. A, C, D are inserted, then A is deleted, then C and D are remaining. So that's all with the C++ program. I have shown you few functions. Remaining function is a student exercise. You complete all the remaining function. The procedures are same as what we have learned on the whiteboard. Only the way we write the code, the style of writing the code is different. And it's not major different from C program. It's almost similar to C program. Practice this program. That's all.